dudes, it's Cremated Brownies. Welcome to another unboxing review. Today we are doing an unboxing review of the Nerf Rival Helios in part of the Rival series. Decently okay-ish. Let's get into it. Here we go. The Helios is in part of the Rival series, like I just said, and it fires these little Nerf Rival balls right here that are small, round, and are different from Mega Darts, Rival Darts, and, sorry, not Rival Darts, Elite Darts, and just about any other projectile made by Nerf. The Helios is pretty basic to use. It's got a little bolt prime handle right here. There is no top prime or bottom prime, and there is no rev trigger, hence this is not an electric blaster. So it's just a very basic, easy blaster to use. You just pull back the bolt, and then you let go to release, because it's a spring release, like so, and then you pull the trigger to fire. Quick basic demo to use it. Now going over the externals of the blaster. No front barrel attachment, because this isn't part of the Rival series, and no Nerf attachments currently will be obtainable or usable at the front of the barrel. Kind of a front iron sight, too large to be a, what are they called? Lanyard attachments, and too small to be a sling attachment point. But it kind of helps and works as an iron sight. Not really, but I mean, you can use it. Not the best, but whatever. Top tactic rail right here. Kind of a bottom foregrip, which is very small and cramped. On this side of the blaster, you have a jam door, which you can just easily open up and clear out any jams that you need to clear out. You have a trigger lock on both sides, which is cool. So if you're right-handed like me, you can easily strike it with your thumb. Or if you're left-handed, unlike me, I don't even know how I would hold this, probably like this, you can strike it with your left thumb. Or however you want to do it. The bolt is next what we're going to go over. And there's a fancy thing about this. When the blaster first comes with itself, it's not assembled like this. It comes with a little bolt, and you can either insert it on the left side for right-handed use, and for left top pull, I'm going to do this, for left priming, left-handed priming, or you can take it out and put it on the right side for right-handed priming, like so. To release the bolt, there is a little kind of grated gate right here. You can just easily stick your finger in there, pull it back, and then your bolt will easily slide out. We're just going to put this back in just for convenience. There is no hold slot on the blaster for the bolt to go in, so if you were going to take it out for storage or something, then I would store it with all of your attachments and stuff, because then you probably won't lose it, but I would just keep it in, because that's the most logical thing, and it's probably not going to take up much more room. Going over the handle, this is not an electric blaster, so there is no rev trigger below the firing trigger. This is the firing trigger, very basic. Like I showed, easy to fire and to prime and whatnot. Just pull the bolt back, and then to fire, you just push the trigger back. The trigger is kind of sticky, and it is a bit harsh, but it's not too harsh, nothing that anybody will have issues with. The handle is very bulky itself, and it is overall kind of very weird and thick. It is about the size of the Hera, but the Hera kind of makes sense because they have to fit in all the electronics and a magazine into it, but this doesn't really make sense. The magazine release to this blaster is very conveniently placed with the magazine, so you can kind of grip the magazine with your bottom hand, and then you can strike the mag release with your thumb and easily pull it out, just like so. The Helios is compatible with both the 7-round magazine and the 12-round stick mag, but I cannot find mine for some reason. Never mind, it is outside in a current modification with the Zeus coming soon on Modification Monday, so that will be good. But yeah, it is compatible with the 7 and the 12-round magazine. I just don't have mine because it's currently elsewhere right now. Fixed stock right here, but it is very close to the face, and when you prime back, it's just very close and uncomfortable. But priming indicator right here, it is on both sides, so you prime it back, and then with our amazing zoom skills, we will be able to show it like that. Magic. As you can see, when I primed it back, it turned orange, but then when I pulled the trigger, it was see-through again because that's the priming indicator. Here you have a jam release, which after you prime your blaster, you can strike that jam release and you can just pull it down, and then you can have access to release the bolt again, and the bolt will lock back this time. Then you can open up the jam door and clear out any issued jams that you might have. You can then prime it back, but if you leave the jam door open, the trigger will not go down. I am like trying to get it down, but I don't want to break it, so I will not. And then I'll just hold my finger on the trigger, and as I return it back, it will fire. It's kind of like a safety lock mechanism, but yeah, I believe that that is the overall overview. It comes with a basic 7-round stick magazine, and it comes with 7 classic yellow rivals. This is one of my fancy Team Red rival balls. But to load, very easy. You just put it in, and then to unload, there's a little lip right here. You could just pull that back, and then all your balls will just come on out. And then to load the magazine into the blaster, you put the side with the lip, or the larger flat side, or the side with the kind of fin facing towards the front of the blaster. Put it in at a bit of an angle, prime it, and then you are ready to fire. Let's go out onto the shooting range really quick, and then we will be back with some chronograph results and personal opinions. Here we go. Oh, that was the Helios out on the range. We did a couple of firing tests with it and whatnot. So, yeah. Personal opinions and chronograph results. We will do chronograph results first. Sorry. This had an average firing of 7 rounds, 98.3 feet per second. Is that going to make or break the blaster? No, it is not. This is actually, like, the exact same as the Zeus. Like, it legit is. But, I would prefer the Zeus, because the Zeus you can fire faster and whatnot, but yeah. This surprisingly stayed with the Zeus, which was weird, because this is a Springer and the Zeus is an electric, which typically electrics have better performance. But that was the chronograph results and whatnot, so opinions and whatnot, because whatnot. So, personal opinion of this blaster, I like that Hasbro went full ambi on this, like full ambidextrous and everything. You can have the bolt on the left side, or you can have the bolt, if it'll go back, hopefully, maybe, or you can have the bolt on the right side. You've got the safety on both sides. Jam door, I kind of understand that that's only on one side, because I don't think that there's any Nerf blaster that has 2 jam doors. The mag release is in a perfect ambidextrous spot for anybody to strike with any of their hands that they're using. The mag and just everything except for the jam release. That's only on one side too. But that doesn't really matter, because that's all kind of basic stuff. I love that Hasbro went ambidextrous with this, but some of the things that I hate is that the stock is too small. Granted, they wanted to make a compact stick-holding Springer blaster, so they're not going to extend this out 12 feet to right here to fit what I want, because I personally like a blaster that I can prime far away enough from my face and still fire while I'm still shouldering it, but this I can't shoulder it, because when I do, it's like, hello, how are you today? And it's just very cramped up next to my face. The handle is a bit bulky. I understand they had to fit a mag release in there and a magazine itself. And I know that this was one of the first Springer mag-fed prime spring blasters, or whatever the heck you want to call it. The Apollo does that too, but I don't think that the Apollo handle is as large, because the Apollo is more of a switch to release, but that's not important. I like that Hasbro did a very good job on this, but there would be a handful of things that I would change. Also, this does jam a lot. I can't, there were no jams that you guys could see, but as I was firing, there were some jams that did proceed to happen with the blaster and stuff. It's just editing and magic. But this is a decently good blaster, coming with the blaster itself, a bolt, 7-round stick mag, 7 rival rounds, red and blue team flags, and the blaster itself with instructions. All for around $20 US. Pretty good deal, but I would honestly just save up a little bit more and buy a Zeus. Zeus is anywhere from 30 to 50, but this is 20. I love this, and it's a pretty good blaster, but there are just a few things that I would change about it. I like Hasbro's job on this, but I feel like they could have done some things a little bit better, but it's still pretty okay. It's a pretty good blaster. Good job, Hasbro. If you would like to purchase this blaster, I will put a link in the description box below. And I believe that is opinions, reviews, firing demo, chronograph results, personal opinions, and everything like that. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see next, share with your friends, get the bell on, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye.